And honestly, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm stoked for this Opium tour, bro. Like, let me just get something off my chest, man. Before I just break down all of this shit, man, is realistically, Carti is not gonna be coming to Canada. I'm in Canada right now, man. And this would be the first time that Carti has allegedly just didn't be able to come through Canada for all of his charges and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, this is just not a good thing for Canada, for us Opium fans. Because he's going to do the exact same thing again. He's not going to get through the country. Not going to get through the country. I guarantee he's going to have a date in Toronto and Vancouver. And he's not going to be able to get through, bro. Because of his charges. I believe his gun charges and his domestic violence charges. So it's just not going to happen, man. It's just straight up not going to happen. But I'm just going to talk about that a little bit later. Let's just go to the breaking news of the official Opium tour, which I'm so stoked on, man. Like, holy man. Like, let's go. Me2, which is pretty much like the new goat of this whole scene, the news and shit like that. But the headliners: Carti, support King Carson, destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang. It just gets me super hyped because everybody's just, just hyping it up, talking about it. And it gets me hyped, except the whole Canada thing, which I'll get into a little bit later. 42 CEO pretty much does some price predictions for the Opium tour. And it's going to be 175, seated tickets 90 to 300, and VIP 500 to 1,000. And I mean, standing, that's pretty good. You would think standing would be more though. Wouldn't it be more? Because you're really moshing and you're closer to Carti, and the seated tickets would be less. Then again, I haven't been to a concert in a minute. Pollard confirms he's on the Opium tour as well. This is one of the affiliates. Just go back to Carti not going to be able to make it. And let's just go back to the previous times that he hasn't been able to come to Canada. And let's go to the one back in 2022. The King Vamp tour. I actually had tickets for this one in Vancouver. Let's just go back to December 9th. Playboi Carti's concert on December 9th in Toronto at the Coca-Cola Coliseum will be postponed to further notice. A new day will shortly be announced. And you know what's funny? He's never made up for that, man. Like, he's never made up for that. He did the exact same thing for Vancouver. I was looking for the link of it, and it's just somehow off the internet. It does not exist. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. All kind of started off with Carti allegedly choking on his pregnant girlfriend, and he gets arrested on a felony charge. He had a few gun charges as well, but sometimes with rappers, I just have a huge ass ego. They be doing some wild ass shit, bro. Wild ass shit. I kind of want to touch on the 5 times artists were denied entry into Canada ahead of their Vancouver show. This was posted back in 2019. Fun fact: how the creator is banned from New Zealand and Australia as well. 50 Cent was gonna have a Canadian tour, couldn't even come because the government was just not letting anybody that has any criminal charges come to Canada. Let's go to this now. So this is back in 2019. On Tuesday, Kodak Black was reportedly denied entry into Canada at the border ahead of his concert. As a result, he was forced to reschedule his show to a later date. And I don't even think Kodak Black even came back to Canada since, bro. Honestly. While the announcement was shocked to concert goers, it wasn't exactly a big surprise. Why? Because it's not the first time it's happened. There's no secret that Vancouver loves music, especially hip-hop, but every time a rap artist announces a concert, locals can't help but wonder if they're gonna actually be able to get in. And I know for a fact if Carti does 2 dates in Canada, Toronto, Vancouver, I literally guarantee, bro, he's not gonna be coming. I mean, I'm gonna still go if Destroy Lonely, King Carson's there and shit like that, but I bet the whole thing is just gonna get canceled. And everybody's gonna be buying tickets and shit like that. They're just gonna be playing with us. I don't like that, man. I don't fuck with that. So let's start off with Kodak Black. Shortly before noon yesterday, this is 2019, promoters sent out an email confirming the postponement of the show. Due to scheduling conflicts, the Kodak Black show scheduled for tonight, March 26th, the P&E Forum has been rescheduled. And it's because, Kodak Black has a bunch of criminal charges. I don't get why even post they're going there when they know they're not going to even go there. Because they're not going to get let in. Let's go to the game. The Game was barred from entering Canada back in 2011 due to reported gang affiliations down south. Fans in Canada were thrilled at the announcement of seeing the artist in a recently announced concert scheduled for January. The shorter show had all the hype, but some speculated the artist never made it across the border. Do you know what I mean? And then pretty much said, due to circumstances beyond the artist management agency and promoters' control, we regret to announce the Game Canadian Tour 2019 is cancelled due to the Canadian government denying the artist TRP application to enter legally into our country. Now let's go with Lil Wayne. So Weezy F Baby was on a highly anticipated America's Most Wanted tour back in 2009, along with Young Jeezy, Soulja Boy, and Nicki Minaj. That would have been a crazy ass tour, bro. That would have been heat. The show was scheduled for August 17th and 18th at Rogers Arena, formerly known as GM Place at the time. Multiple reports surfaced on why the show was called off, but perhaps the most convincing reason was due to legal issues at the border. Shortly before the concert was officially cancelled, Nicki took to her Twitter to share her thoughts on the border officers. She said, "They got the other bus under pressure right now. Niggas brought the dogs out and shit." Yeah, it's tough. It's gonna be the same thing with Carti. Carti is not gonna be able to come in. I think Homicide Gang came to Vancouver. I don't know. I don't know too much about Homicide Gang, but like the most recent project, Homicide Lifestyle 2, that shit bumped. Let's go to the Migos now. Many of us still clearly remember the breakdown of the final annual Breakout Music Festival last summer. The last summer was 2018 for this article. Headlining act Migos canceled at the very last minute, moments before they were expected to take the stage. Rest in peace, Takeoff. I'm guessing it was because of Offset's criminal charges. Organizers stated the group canceled for reasons beyond their control. In a now deleted tweet, the group reported being denied entry into Canada at the border. If Carti pulls this again, bro, literally does 2 dates in Canada knowing that he's not going to be able to get in, what are you doing, bro? You're getting everybody hyped, including myself. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just go to the closest concert in the States, because I just know I'm not going to be able to see him in Canada, probably ever, because of the Canadian government. You know what I mean? We'll see though.